Welcome to Madame Raven's. This way to the library. She's been expecting you.
Good Dog by BillyManHansJr. I adopted Leon last year. He was the cutest German Shepherd ever, despite being older than some of the other dogs. He was sitting on a bed much too small for him. He looked at me, I looked at him, and although I don't like to say this, but there was a connection. For some reason, the adoption lady didn't want me to adopt him. She tried offering me a Jack Russell Terrier. I had to hold in my laughter. I pestered her for an hour, not taking no for an answer. She gave in, and I went home with the new dog. On the drive home, Leon whinnied in joy. It was the sweetest thing I'd ever seen. He licked my face, almost making me crash. When we got home, Leon sprinted inside, smelling all the furniture. I sat down on the couch. Leon came over and put his head on my lap, like a puppy. I had Leon for a month. Although he was a great dog, weird things have been happening. My duster coat vanished. I get cold in my town during the summer. That's why I have my coat. Not only my coat, but a pair of loose-fitting jeans. But none of the mentioned tops what happened last night. I was in my room, sleeping. So was Leon. I heard the door open and Leon going out. I went back to bed, not paying attention. That's when I heard barking. I jolted up, waiting for the next sound. More barking followed, along with the male voice yelling, "Shit!" 2 gunshots can be heard. Then I heard something drop to the ground. "Leon!" I shouted, grabbing the Glock I kept under my bed. I used the flashlight from my phone and walked out to the hallway. In the far end of the hall, I see a big lump on the ground. "Oh, God, please, no!" I yelped, running down the hall. I shined the light on the lump. Although it wasn't Leon, I yelled in shock at what it was. A pair of legs. In blood-covered jeans. They looked like they'd been ripped off. "What the hell?" I muttered to myself. I saw something move in the corner of my eye in the living room. I swung around, pointing my pistol. In the living room, I saw what looked like a large man. Really large. I shined the light on its torso for some reason, only to find my duster coat. The man was also wearing my only pair of loose-fitting jeans. I shined the light on his face and screamed in surprise. It looked like a giant German Shepherd, but it had blood around its mouth. It was standing upright. It wasn't growling. It walked towards me. I fell down as it approached. This was it. I'm going to die. I braced myself, waiting to be ripped to pieces, but nothing happened. I noticed a large bulge in its stomach. I winced. Instead of mauling me, it got down on its knees and put its head on my lap. Its massive head. I only knew one dog who did this, but was it? No, it couldn't be. "Leon?" I asked. Its ears perked up. "There were bad people in here, Master, but they're gone now," Leon said in a soft voice. I rubbed Leon's head, telling him it was okay. "You did good, Leon," I said assuringly. Leon started sobbing actual tears. "No, I didn't. I promised myself I wouldn't kill again, but I just killed." "They were bad people, Leon. They deserved it." "Good dog," I said, but Leon was still crying. Leon looked at me with big eyes. Even I started to tear up. We stayed there all night. The next morning I looked in the mirror. I stared at my face, the black feathers, my eyes, my mouth. years after leaving the lab, I finally found a hybrid like me. Good dog. Chapter 2. Leon waited in the car, anxious to go. I was grabbing the last of the camping stuff, bug spray, food, etc. I loaded it in the car and drove off, heading to the cabin. We're going to spend a week at my family's cabin in the woods. My great-grandpa built the cabin in 1977. It's been in the family ever since. Great-grandpa gave it to my grandpa, who gave it to my dad, who gave it to me. I thought it would be a good idea to have Leon spend some time in nature. We left the city by noon. The houses turned to almond orchards, which turned into pine trees. The clean air was a pleasant surprise to both of us. We pulled into the quiet town of Silter by 2. Leon was asleep in the back seat. We drove to the cabin. Despite being built in the 70s, it was still in great shape. I stopped the car and brought the boxes inside. During the commotion, Leon woke up. He let out a yawn and got outside. I didn't have a lot of boxes, so unpacking wasn't a problem. The inside still smelled like cookies and hot dogs from many 4th of July celebrations ago. The smell brought back pleasant memories when life was simple. The cabin was updated by my father. It had Wi-Fi and was completely solar-powered. I sat down on the worn-out couch. Leon sat on my lap. I turned on the TV. The station was some news broadcast about missing persons around town. I didn't think much of it. Probably people wandering off trails. The window was slightly open, allowing a slight breeze to get in. In my ear, I could have sworn I heard a mosquito buzz around my ear. A sudden pain was felt at the back of my neck, causing me to flinch. It didn't feel like a mosquito at all. I immediately swatted the back of my neck. The black ooze was on my hand. That's odd. Mosquitoes don't have black blood. Before I could ponder further, a knock on the door startled me. I got up and answered. A park ranger was there, smiling wide. "What I do now?" I joked. The ranger laughed. "So you're the Otto Haymayer I was told about. Your father told me great things about you," she said. I smiled at the thought. "I'm here to tell you that if you see any suspicious activity, please report to the ranger station, the big building downtown. A lot of people have gone missing lately," she said, looking at me top to bottom. "Or if you have any questions at all, let me know. Here's my card," she said, leaving. I knew she was coming on to me. You don't have to be a doctor to realize that. I might take her offer later, but right now, I don't feel too good. I'd started to sweat uncontrollably, and I felt like I was going to puke. Leon was still on the couch, taking a nap. "Lazy boy," I joked, going to the bedroom. The bedroom had a queen-size bed, no TV. That's fine, I wasn't going to watch TV. My eyes felt like they weighed 200 pounds. It was a struggle keeping them open. I laid on the bed, going on my phone. That's when it hit me. I couldn't open my left eye, not to mention that I couldn't move my lips either. I jumped up and looked at the mirror. My left eye looked like both eyelids fused together. So did my lips. I panicked. I rubbed my lips and my eye. They both felt smooth. As I rubbed them again, I accidentally sliced myself. I couldn't scream out. I could only let it happen. I looked down at my fingers. They ended in sharp metal points. I stared at the cut on my face, which had healed now. The weird thing was that I liked the pain. It gave me a thrill I hadn't felt before. I sliced myself again, seeing how fast it healed. My right eyelid felt heavy. I closed it, allowing whatever happened. I woke up to find my master hadn't woken up from his nap yet. I looked at the clock. It read 8:30 p.m. Maybe he fell asleep early, I thought for a moment. But then I realized Master hasn't even gone to the bathroom. I was getting nervous. I walked down the hall, hopefully going to the bedroom. I knocked on the door, no response. Surely Master heard that. I knocked again. Still no answer. I tried whining loudly, hoping to wake him. Still no answer. I turned the knob, opening the door. Inside it was dark. Only the moon illuminated the room. "Master, forgive me for disturbing you, but you've been asleep for a while," I said, peering in. In the darkness, I saw a shape in the far corner. The more I focused on it, it looked like Master. But the odd part was he was facing the wall, unmoving. "Master?" I asked, trembling. The figure turned to me, or at least I think it did. It had no face, just flesh. It didn't have eyes, a nose, or a mouth. It was smooth. I did see ears, however. "Master?" I asked, shaking completely. It had no mouth, but I heard it speak to me.
"I'm Binder, little one. Your master is gone, but that doesn't mean we can't play a few games."
It spoke in a high-pitched voice, causing my teeth to hurt. "Where's my master? Where's Otto Haymeyer?" I asked, baring my teeth. Binder laughed.
"I'm still your master, but Binder has taken over this vessel. Now let's get on to the games,"
Binder said, revealing a handful of razor-sharp meat hook-like appendages. I closed the door just in time. Binder scratched at it, pulling chunks out of it. It clawed through, targeting me like a heat-seeking missile. Radio static came from it, loud enough to deafen someone. It scratched me in the cheek, but I fought it off by hitting it on the head with a coffee mug. I ran out of the cabin, blinded by the darkness. Binder came running after, shouting static. I ran in between the trees, hoping to outrun that monster. I found an empty house and I ran inside. Binder's static can be heard outside, looking for me. My heart was pounding out of my chest. Binder walked off, allowing me to breathe. This is all the time I have right now. I'll update all of you as soon as I can. So quoth this raven. Thank you kindly to Billy for allowing me to read this to you. And thank you so much for coming to visit me here. It means so much. Special thanks to my Patreon supporters, Ermin, Darren and Jennifer, Laura, Mutant Artificial Intelligence, Tabby Cat, and of course, Charlotte Emerson and Cortez Williams. And my apologies for the noisy birds.